Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the effects of mindfulness and what it can do for you. So without further ado, a lot of people ask me, what can mindfulness do for me? And Nadia, what is it that you do? What is a Mindfulness Master Practitioner? And here I am today to talk to you about what I do exactly. So when you have a session with a Mindfulness Master Practitioner, it's a one-on-one session between you and the practitioner. And basically we do a practice, and it works like very similarly to many other therapies. And it's a combination of many things all in one. It's kind of like a melting pot. So number one, the first thing we do is we sit with the client and then we listen to them and what they want to talk about. So they'll obviously come with some issue that they want to talk about and say like, hey, I'm dealing with, for example, anxiety, or they might come down to a more minuscule idea and say like, go back into a detailed description of what their issue is and say, for example, I am upset with my mother whenever I see her and I don't know why. And so basically I would ask them questions on, like, for example, what happens when you're upset with your mother, what are the kind of dialogues that happens, and through that I will make an analysis of what is going on exactly, and then we can break it up into what is exactly needed. Number two, not two. So number two is I usually create a detailed, tailored, specific plan towards the client's needs. And based on that, we create like a program on what is needed for the client. My goal when creating this detailed plan is to do it in as little time as possible, and to ensure that the client is able to do these practices by themselves and to empower them to do it by themselves without needing me anymore. Because I would love to obviously keep on making money and doing it, but I just don't think that's ethical. And these are things that anyone can learn and anyone can do. And that's why I believe that people need to know how to do it by themselves and should be able to rely on themselves when I'm not around or anyone like me is around. Number three, I go through it with the client and explain to them what is needed, and through that then we start working. So one of the things that I might do is I might like do the meditations with them, and there's so many different kinds of meditations, and it's very particular to what the client first of all is capable of doing. Not all meditations fit all. There's some meditations that specific individuals just can't do. Some meditations that people will resonate more than others. They'll feel that, okay, I'm going through a meditative experience. So I walk them through the experience of a meditation and what to expect. And I let them know what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong. And I ask them questions through their experience so that I make sure that the process is going smoothly. That's just one of the things that can happen. Another thing is actually when facing the issue at hand, I show the client of how to be aware and become conscious and mindful of exactly what they're going through. And it sounds easier said than done, but it's really, like, it sounds that simple, but when you have someone guiding you, it can make it really simple. And it really can change it, like your shift in consciousness and your shift of how you perceive the world. It really helps a lot. Number four. So when the client comes back, I revise their homework and I check how they've done the session and what we need to do differently, or a different approach I can come to them with for them to do it in the correct manner. So guys, that's what a mindfulness master practitioner does. though that's what the sessions entail. And I think the most important thing about it is to help the client know that it's not about my needs, it's about their needs and what they need to learn. Another important point to note here is that when I work with clients, this is the kind of clients I can work with. I can work with people that have sleep problems, whether it's chronic fatigue or insomnia, anxiety, depression, and this is like being diagnosed with these things, chronic illnesses such as fibromyalgia, like I have myself, other chronic illnesses, psoriasis, and all sorts of illnesses. It sounds crazy and maybe can sound a bit incomprehensible, like how can mindfulness sessions help with this? But trust me guys, I got certified in it because I suffer from fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome, and it's through these sessions that I've had with a hospital that I was so in awe of how it worked, and I was like, I need to teach everyone because I know how many people suffer from this, and I know how many people just don't find the answers they're looking for, and how so many people take so many medications and they just don't get benefits. And that is why I was like, this is my mission in life, and I need to help people power through the illnesses they have and become better. So it is possible, guys. People can become better and people can become stronger. It just needs a bit of dedication and willpower and time. That's all you need. So as with a mindfulness master practitioner, like other sorts of therapists, you can't just go to one and assume that this one that you found is going to fix you. As people will tell you with psychiatrists, with psychologists, with all different types of therapists, it takes like you a bit of shopping. You need to shop a bit until you find the therapist that suits you and that works for you. And don't give up after one time, two times with one therapist. Give them a few chances before you make your ingrained decision. And I would say the same about like, don't give up after going to a few therapists that's like, oh, okay, this is done for me. Try a few, shop around. It is worth it. Trust me. I hope I really helped you guys. My goal here was just to like help everyone and make sure that I'm giving the information that helps you. It's so important to me to like make a difference and hope people get better. If you've resonated with them anyway, please like, comment below, have any questions, please feel free to DM me, follow me on Instagram, and I'll be with you for the next session.